your weekly live comedy game show. And in this week's clip, we had a very special show with the improv group Improv.
Before I put my headphones back and what's the score?
But before we get to the clip, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell button so you can get a notification every time we go live on Friday night. Okay, here we go.
Jeeves stopped answering questions and started punching it in the face.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Okay. That was your test today. That was your test. I can't.
Right there.
Wait, Angie, I can't see the answers on my phone. Could you repeat those answers for me?
He was punching ninjas in the face.
Oh,
there you go.
Freaking them hoe.
Also,
Pretty, you dirty.
Allowed to go
Pretty, you dirty for that. You know you dirty for that, Pretty.
Way to find a workaround,
Daddy,
baby.
you made me say that?
Are you
I had to make
surprised?
you laugh.
He's the only one that spells that way.
I will
You
say,
ain't right. You ain't right.
Bianca over on Twitch did say Cat Daddy's voice is as smooth as melted chocolate.
Thank you, baby. Who likes melted chocolate?
Nobody.
I know. I can hardly believe it, too. I hope you guys enjoyed this clip. We'll have more outtakes from Wisecrackin coming to the channel, so make sure you like and subscribe. Check out these other videos we have, as well as connect with other fans on our Facebook group at facebook.com/wisecrackinlive, and we might feature something you say on the show. We hope to see you on Friday. Thanks, guys.
How many of those emails have you gotten claiming that if you just pass on a little personal information, a huge pile of money will soon be wired your way? After reading the very polite subject line, did you just hit delete without bothering to read it? But what if instead you hit reply and made a connection with the sender? Our former colleague, comedian and performer Steve Gadlin, decided to do just that. The resulting correspondence hits the Annoyance Theater stage this weekend, and here's Steve explain how it all happened.
8 months ago, I get an email that I was pretty sure was spam email from a guy named Victor Guido, and I'll read it. Hello there, my name's is Victor Guido from Nairobi, Kenya, and would like to ask if you people are interested in any plays for the moment. I can assure you that you won't regret by doing so. Please do reply with immediate effect. I will be looking forward to hear from you. I will be waiting for you to stay in touch. Forward, F-O-R-W-A-D, and weeding, W-E-A-I-T-I-N-G. So I get this email, and it's written terribly, and it's a guy saying, hey, do you want me to write you a play? And I say, yes, I want you to write me a play. So I ask him how much, and he quotes me, in his words, I truly would like to start-y from 2 million Kenyan shillings, which, in parentheses, he adds, that's 28 US dollars. I Googled Kenyan shillings and looked at the conversion rate. 2 million Kenyan shillings is definitely more than 28 US dollars. Now, I don't know if he's serious or if he made a calculation mistake or if he really means 28 bucks, but I took him at his word. I said, you know what, I'm going to give you 50 bucks. I'll give you 25 now, and I'm going to give you a plot, and then I'll give you another 25, and you write me this one-act play. And I wanted to give him a plot that would be possible to write well. So even if the most talented, gifted playwright in the world was given these guidelines, it would be impossible to write anything but a total piece of crap. That combined with the stilted English and an awkward grammar would be where the comedy came from. I told Victor, as for plot and theme, please work with this. A millionaire named Quack Quack Quimby has forgotten the true meaning of the Jewish holiday Tu B'Shvat, and that's the Jewish Arbor Day.
Are you kind of forcing me to celebrate your celebration?
Our religious festive celebrations. Don't forget that.
Well, then, count me out, because there is no way I will be caught in this.
His daughter goes to great lengths to remind him of its meaning and make him happy once again. We'd like the play to end with him on his deathbed, reciting a monologue about his regained love for Tu Bishvat.
God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for going against my religion and religious beliefs. I love Tu Bishvat. I've always had.
And also admitting a lifelong homosexual affair with his trusted assistant, the wizard Dumbledore.
Being a homosexual with my assistant was another mistake I never tried to make. But now I know better love my wife and family, and am sure for what I have turned to be. I haven't been a good father to them. I can't make it up to them for what I have cost them. If only I could turn back time and do things the right way, I would.
Part of the comedy in his writing is we ask him to write about doctors, gay relationships, people with millions of dollars, and he does so the way someone who has no idea what that is would do. I think there's a brilliance in how he dances around these topics without really knowing them.
I was just thinking about you. Actually, I was to call you after the call I was just making.
Oh, yeah? Well, here I am then.
I was thinking if we could meet today. The day is so bored, and I need to freshen up a bit.
Of course. As a matter of fact, that is why I came. I was just thinking about the same thing.
Well, then, I think it was a coincidence that we were thinking about the same thing here. Okay, then. We'll see you at your place, guess, at 9.
Okay, then. I don't want to take much of your time. See you then at 9.
So I have a few versions in my head of who Victor is, and some of them make me feel good about what I'm doing. Others make me feel very guilty and terrible and mean. I hope it's kind of somewhere in the middle. So Victor is either a pawn in some greater email scam ring, and I'm the guy who's kind of leading him along, making him think he's got a bite, when in reality I'm scamming him back and just getting what I need out of him so that I can move on with my silly project. That's the version that makes me feel best about what I'm doing, because then I'm kind of scamming the scammer and all is fair. The flip side of that is Victor is this very naive, struggling playwright in Nairobi, Kenya, who is just putting out feelers in the production world, and I'm giving him an opportunity that no one else would give him, and I'm exploiting him completely here. And maybe that's what's happening. And I feel worse when I think of it that way. The reality of this is it's probably some middle ground. I still can't help but feel this is part of some greater scam, but I do see Victor as an innocent caught up in that. I even think if you talk to Victor, he would admittedly say he's not prepared to be writing a play for an American audience with this plot.
Avatal, do you think everything will be okay? I mean, Dad is having trouble with Mum, and he's not showing us much love that he used to show us before.
You know what, Ashira? Kind of agree with you. Because I remember the big times we used to have. And how we used to go down the river every day and having lunch by the stream. Now it's just like a big dream now.
So it's more like we're laughing at this funny combination that's come to be that in nature would never have happened. Victor would never have written this play. No one would ever perform this play, but we're kind of taking these elements and combining them together, and there's a whole new art that comes out of that. And yes, it's funny. We're laughing at the situation, though, I think, more than we're laughing at the playwright.
Hi, the name is Victor. The last name is pronounced Guido. When I wrote that to Steve, he didn't believe me, so I think he thought that, I was kind of joking and all that. And when he told me that I should write him a play and send him the script, and then he'll be sending me the money here, I was like, if he sends, if he doesn't send, it's fine by me. Let me just do it. Maybe if I don't do it for the money, just do it for my passion. I have many plays with me, but I've never sold any. I've never gotten any positive feedback from any of the companies. Most of them, they don't reply my emails.
Victor's already working on the future of Steve and Victor.
For now, I have like 7 plays written. And for Steve, maybe if this goes on well, Yeah, I will write many plays.
He's mentioned this several times. Plays he's already written that are amazing. And just $28,000 is all it's going to take to get these things off the ground. Needless to say, I will not be giving him $28,000, and I'm not going to try to get other people to go in on giving him $28,000. But I do see potential for doing other cool things with Victor. We both have to be a little more open with each other about our intentions, though, to make that happen.
Watch the tree dancing in the breeze, giving shade to you and me.
Victor Guido's play, The Price, hits the stage this Sunday at the Annoyance Theater. It's part of the Nairobi Project, and that's the brainchild of comedian and performer Steve Gadlin, one of our former WBEZ colleagues. It's directed by our current colleague, Don Hall. To learn more about the Nairobi Project, head to wbez.org/848.
WBEZ is supported by University of Chicago's Master of Liberal Arts program, hosting a faculty-led sample class on reading
Jeff
American
Lebowski
literature.
was once arrested in California with heavy bags of weed that he had grown in his backyard. When he got arrested, he planned to change his alias, so he came to Los Angeles. The dude couldn't stop smoking joint. He didn't see it either.
I wrote him a 2-paragraph description of the first movie and a couple character descriptions, and that's all you needed.
Hungs up phone, cracks his knuckle, looking confused.
But, sir, is this really necessary? We can arrange for him to get a serious beatdown.
I don't want him to get a beatdown. I want him killed.
Well, he wanted me to give him $30,000, and instead I offered him $50 if he would write me a play about a guy named Quack Quack Quimby who was disenchanted with the Jewish holiday Tu B'Shvat and had a love affair with his assistant, the wizard Dumbledore.
Looks mad. He grabs his gun. Hey, why don't you a-holes get some arses out here and see what I do to them?
And what the hell is that?
I call him LL, but people know him as Little Larry Sellers. He follows me everywhere to witness me taking a-holes down if there are any.
I've been feeling pain in my left hand lately, but it will be fine, I guess.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Big Sis.
Episode 2, Scene 2. Day, porn acting studio. She takes blue pear and shows it to the cameraman.
How are they?
Guys, what do you think?
Really nice and sexy.
Hey, what's the urgency?
Hey, my boss gave me this job to get rid of Jeff Lebowski. I think you know the guy.
Plus, you got to get good at screenplay writing.
Well, that's a real stretch to say, though. And hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Wisecrackin. I am your host, Angie McMahon, and I am here to introduce this very special, here we go. I'm not sure why that's doing, there we go. Let me just do this for a hot second while I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm going to start by introducing Steve Gadlin. This is not letting me do speaker. That's what I'm trying to do. Got you pinned.
Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, Steve. It's got
all good.
it's got there. That should be better now. Okay. Hi. I'm the host of Wisecracking, our Friday live streaming comedy game show. We're so excited to bring you this special event tonight. We'll be doing a reading of the sequel to The Big Lebowski, written by an amateur screenwriter who never saw the original film. I'm excited to introduce the man who made this all happen, Mr. Steve Gadlin. Steve, can you give us a little backstory and where this all came from?
I would love to, Angie. It's just crazy and complicated, so stick with me if you can. But a long time ago, many years ago, I got an email from a guy named Victor from Nairobi, Kenya, and he was reaching out, asking me to invest thousands of dollars in a play he had written, which I declined his offer, but I did say I'd pay him $50 if he would write me a new play with the plot of my choosing, and surprisingly, he was totally on board. So I gave him a terrible plot about some guy named Quack Quack Quimby, and I seeded it with all sorts of things he'd have zero cultural context for, like the Jewish holiday Tu B'Shvat, and I named one of the characters Dumbledore. And he wrote me a terrible play called The Price, which we performed word for word at the Annoyance Theater. His grasp of the English language was really tenuous, so we made sure to read every line and stage direction exactly as written. And Victor enjoyed the money and the attention, so I paid him to write a couple of sequels, The Price 2 and The Price 3. And I didn't really feel like we were exploiting him because he was a smart guy and he really became in on the joke. He knew that even with perfect English, it would be impossible to write a good play with all these terrible plots and cultural references that I sent him. Flash forward a few years, I find myself on Shark Tank hawking a stick figure cat drawing company, and somehow Mark Cuban invests in this and cuts me a big check for $25,000. And with that extra dough, I thought it'd be fun to reach back out to Victor and have him write a screenplay. So I chose The Big Lebowski 2 because I love the first movie, and I knew he had never seen it before. So I wrote him a 2-paragraph description of the first movie, along with a handful of character descriptions and catchphrases, and I paid him $500. And within a week, his first and only draft of The Big Lebowski 2 was ready to go. So I've been sitting on the script for years and years, and I'm so happy, Angie, that you are pulling people together to give it a reading, and I'm really hoping one of these days we'll get to do this on stage too.
Absolutely. So excited. And we're actually going to hear the exact email you sent Victor to kick off this project.
The dude. He's a lazy guy who likes to smoke pot and drink White Russians. He is the story's hero and protagonist.
Walter Sobchak. He's the dude's best friend. He loves to bowl. He has a big mouth, carries a gun, and loves to shout. He's rough and tough and has a short temper.
Donnie. Donnie is a friend to Walter and the dude. He died in the first movie, but now he should appear as a ghost in the story to deliver important advice.
Jesus Quintana. He's the bad guy. He likes to make fun of the dude and his friends. He also likes to dance and has funny things to say.
Smokey's muted.
Smokey's an old man. Smokey's a guy who hangs around the bowling alley. He's very gentle and likes to say things like Market 8.
A stranger. He's a real cowboy who watches the dude. He sort of introduces the story and closes it out. He should have the opening monologue and the closing monologue. He's a storyteller, but also appears as a character. He loves to drink sarsaparilla.
Little Larry Sellers. Larry's a kid who gets bad grades at school and likes to steal cars. He's always after Walter to see what happens when you fuck Strange in the ass.
Marty. He's the dude's landlord. He's always after the dude for his rent money.
The Big Lebowski. He's a rich man in a wheelchair who people sometimes confuse with the dude. He hates the dude and wants to have him killed.
Brandt. Brandt is the Big Lebowski's assistant. He has been hired to kill the dude. He is very tiny and acts a little gay. He tries to hire Jesus Quintana to do the job for him because he's afraid to kill the dude.
Honey Lebowski. She's the Big Lebowski's young wife. She's a porn star.
Maud Lebowski. She's the Big Lebowski's sister and wants to make a baby with the dude.
The plot. After the events of the first movie, the Big Lebowski wants to kill the dude. He convinces his assistant Brandt that it is necessary so that people stop confusing them for one another. Brandt tries to hire Jesus Quintana to kill the dude during the bowling championships. The dude is on a bowling team with Walter, and Jesus Quintana is on a bowling team with Smokey. The final scene of the play should be the big bowling tournament, where Jesus is supposed to kill the dude. I'll leave it to you to decide how it ends. Now, the story should start and end with a monologue by the stranger. He's a cowboy who observes everything. He should pop in from time to time with interesting things to say, but should also deliver the opening and closing monologues. Leading up to the tournament, the Dude and Walter can be mourning their friend Donnie's death. The ghost of Donnie should show up at some point with some advice for the big bowling tournament. I would like it if you did not watch the first movie. I think that this will make it more fun. Also, feel free to use as much or as little of the info I have given to you and invent as much as you need to. I know this is a lot of characters and a lot to keep track of, but do the best you can. I'm excited to see what you come up with. I'm sure it will be awesome. The Big Lebowski 2. Fade in. Episode 1, Scene 1. It's dusk. Slowly descending, we see the rising sun far at the horizon.
The world holds many different types of people living in every part of the world. Some of them are lucky enough to win a lottery of $300,000, while others are not as lucky. Others take life as it comes, and one of these peoples is the guy that I call the Dude. He lives in one of the towns in America, Los Angeles. There are big malls, big casinos, big shops, big restaurants, big shopping centers, and everybody is busy doing something. People in this town think they own the town, but to me, the town owns them.
A long shot of the Dude's house. There are 2 cars parked outside his house and a bent mailbox. The image of the Dude's house is getting closer and closer and closer. We see an inverted sign at the door reading closed. Interior, the Dude's house. The Dude is sleeping and snoring on the couch with a half-full bottle of White Russian in his hand. Across the room is a black and white TV with no reception on. We get a close shot of a clock reading 8 a.m. and an alarm goes off. The Dude is suddenly woken up by the loud alarm that he drops the White Russian on the carpet and it spills.
Sitting upright, damn it.
He walks to the clock and shuts off the alarm. He walks across the room to the kitchen and gets himself more drink from the refrigerator. He closes it, opens the drink, and gulps some. Wipes his mouth with his hand, returns the drink in the refrigerator, and reaches into his pockets as if he is looking for something, and he pulls out a joint. He walks back to the couch and sits down. He lights the joint, and suddenly there is a knock at the door. He quickly puts off the joint, clears the smoke with his hand, feels he breath, and walks towards the door. He opens it, and there stands Walter. He gets in, and suddenly he stops and looks at the Dude.
Dude, are you smoking joint?
Come on, man. You know I smoke the shit, so I ask.
At this time? Are you crazy? That thing is going to kill you, man.
Walks and sits down on the couch and notices the bottle on the carpet and the strong smell of the White Russian.
What the hell is this, man? Did you spill booze on the floor?
Yeah, it spilled as I was getting up.
He walks into a room and puts on a clean t-shirt. He looks at himself in the mirror, and then he goes back and stands beside Walter.
Can you stop inspecting my house and let's get the hell out of here?
Whatever, man.
Both leave the house. Fade out. Episode 1, Scene 2. Exterior, day, outside the street. We see little Larry Sellers. He is leaning on a blue car. He is trying to open the door. He pushes a wire down an opening and pulls up. Then the door opens. He gets inside and wires it. It starts.
Hey, hey! Hey!
Little Larry Sellers speeds off. A man from the street shouts,
"That's my car!"
Cut to exterior, outside the bowling alley. We see a long shot bowling sign flickering with red light. Interior, bowling room. The Dude and Walter are seated at a bench. The Dude has an open can of beer beside him. The Dude is in a t-shirt and some shorts, and he is stretched at the bench. Walter is in khaki shorts and a brown t-shirt, and the 2 are wearing bowling shoes. There is soft music coming from a distance jukebox. Balls are gliding down the lanes. Bowlers are hoisting balls, and fingers are sliding into finger holes. We hear pins striking and balls rolling down the alley.
Psst, Walter.
Oh, I was muted. You know, this reminds me a lot of Donnie.
The shoes?
No, you silly. I meant bowling. I miss it. I miss when we all used to come here and do our thing, you know?
Yeah, those are the times, man. But they're long gone.
Hey, you know the big bowling tournament's coming up?
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, why don't we dedicate it to our dear friend Donnie by participating?
You know, that's a good idea, but whom are we going to play?
Checking out the bowling room and points to a few bowlers across the room. Those guys.
No, man. They bowl like amateurs.
What of them?
Looking at the bowlers that Walter points, no, man. It's like everyone here are fucking amateurs. Walter, you know that.
Hey, but who cares anyway, so long as we, take victory home with us.
As bad as Jeff Lebowski appeared to be, he was one man that had honor and respect. He was a man that had his goals scored straight, and despite the criticism, he got stronger every day.
No, man, I need something straight and clean.
Smokey appears in trousers and a gray t-shirt. He approaches the dude and Walter.
Hey, guys. Glad you're all here. Hope that you guys are ready to market 8.
What? What is he talking about?
You didn't tell him?
Tell me what? Am I missing something here?
Dude.
I am the dude. Why are you calling him dude? Everyone knows that I am the dude, man. Jesus.
Okay, calm down now, okay? Hey, listen. I already told him he's updated. He's talking about the big tournament that we were discussing earlier. It's nothing now that you know nothing about. So just relax.
Yeah, that's it. The big T. You guys are ready, right?
We don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know? It's the big T. Guys, everyone here is waiting for that day to come.
I'm good, man, but for the dude here, he thinks that no one stands a chance to roll against us.
What? Come on, guys, that's hilarious. Didn't you include me in that count? I hope not, because you know what I do. I market 8, and I can beat the both of you combined.
Here he goes again with the bragging.
Are you serious? Are you being serious right now? Damn!
Of course I am being serious. As a matter of fact...
Looks across the bowling room. Walter and the dude looks at the man approaching. He is averagely built and in black clothes.
Hey!
This guy here is the one to beat. That there is. His name is David, and he looks like a crazy. So, what do you guys say? Are you in or are you out?
You know what? Give us some time to think about it. And we're going to come back and let you know if we are in or out.
But...
David glances at Smokey and then back to the dude and Walter. We get a close shot of Smokey as size. Interior, the bowling counter.
What the hell was that? Can you believe that guy? I wonder where you get such friends, Walter.
Taking his shoes from the counter and puts them on, and Walter does the same.
He is not my friend, Jeff Lebowski. What?
Did you just call me Jeff Lebowski?
Did I? Well, then pardon me, dude.
Both leave the counter. We get the long shot of the two walking out of the bowling room. Straight out. Episode 1, Scene 3. Exterior night. The bowling room. We get a long shot of the bowling room. It's dark and quiet. The dude and Walter are walking from the bowling room. There's a boy staring at the both of them. The dude and Walter spot the young boy.
And who the hell is that?
I call him LL, but people know him as Little Larry Sellers. He follows me everywhere to witness me taking a-holes down if there are any.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm very serious. Hey! I need you to go home before I come there and put bullets in every hole you got. Little Larry Sellers quickly runs and disappears into the dark.
Shut up!
What? You want to come out here and say that to me?
Hey, man, let's just go.
Will you shut it? We are trying to sleep here.
Looks mad. He grabs his gun. Why don't you a-holes get your arses out here and you see what I do to them? You want to mess with me?
He shoots a bullet in the air. The dude covers both his ears.
Are you crazy firing a bullet in the street? Come on, man. We have to go now. The cops are going to be here any minute.
So no one's talking now, huh?
Look, if we don't get the fuck out of here, it's going to be your arse that's getting smoked. Shit. That's right. Keep your silence, because I'm going to smoke you out, you motherfuckers.
They quickly walk toward the car and speed off. Interior, the dude's car.
Are you crazy? What the hell was that back there, man?
You saw what they did to me, man.
What did they do to you, Walter? Look, never try that shit when you're around me, man. You know what happens to me? What if I get arrested? Shit.
I'd like to tell you more about what he means when he says, you know what happens to me if I get arrested? Jeff Lebowski was once arrested in California with heavy bags of weed that he had grown in his backyard. When he got arrested, he planned to change his alias. So he came to Los Angeles. The dude couldn't stop smoking joint, though. Here in LA, he gets access to his joints. Somewhere that I still keep it a secret for him. So if he gets out arrested with the records he has, that means he's going to be put down, and he really does not want that to happen. But now back to our story.
The dude parks outside his house. They get off the car and enter the dude's house. Fade out. Episode 2, Scene 1. Interior. Day. The Big Lebowski's house. He's on a wheelchair and he's wearing a black suit with a half coat on. He is in his office, which is glowing with lights in every corner. There is a bookshelf on one corner of his office with books arranged on it. His desk is in the middle of the room with photo frames on it and a telephone. There are some files on the desk, too. Besides the Big Lebowski stands his assistant, Brantz.
Listen, I want that Mitch by the name Jeff Lebowski killed. I want it to look as an accident so that the police cannot track us. I want this done as soon as possible. I don't care how or by whom. I just need the job done. Do you understand?
But, sir, is this really necessary? We can arrange for him to get a serious beatdown.
I don't want him to get a beatdown. I want him killed. I don't want people confusing me to that good-for-nothing pig. So I want him executed and ASAP. Do you understand? The sooner you start...
Suddenly, Maud Lebowski enters. She's in a long red dress and a blouse. Her handbag is hanging across her arm.
Sister, I never knew that you were coming to visit.
Do I need permission every time I want to visit my brother in his house?
No, of course not, sister. Turning to his assistant, Brandt. Can you bring something for my sister? Please?
Right away, sir.
Please, do have a sit. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Aren't you going to ask me how I've been?
Oh, pardon my manners. How have you been?
I've been feeling pain in my left hand lately, but it'll be fine, I guess.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Big Sis.
Brandt enters with coffee on a tray. He puts the tray on the office table and serves Maud.
Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Thank you.
Brandt leaving the room with the tray, Maud turns to the Big Lebowski.
So, the reason as to why I'm here is because of your wife.
My wife?
I need you to divorce her.
What? Come on, sister, you know I can't do that.
And tell me, why can't you? Are you satisfied with the fact that your wife goes out every single day, having sex with any man, any time, and comes back to you and you feel okay about it? Oh, come on.
Sister, we've talked about this before.
Yes, we have. And since you didn't listen to me before, that is why we're talking about it now. So, what's it going to be?
I can't divorce Bunny. I love her. She is my wife.
Guys.
Bunny, or whatever you call her, she does not love you. She loves you for your money. And before you come to realize that, it will be too late. You think about it, Lebowski, because if you don't do something about it, I'm going to come back here and we're going to have this conversation again. You know me. I don't get tired when I'm eager of something. So think about it.
The Big Lebowski is left there in deep thought. He grabs the phone and calls for Brandt.
Brandt, get your arse in here.
Hungs up phone, cracks his knuckles, looking confused. Brandt enters. Fade out. Episode 2, Scene 2. Day. Porn acting studio. Lights are dim and there are 3 cameramen standing in angles. Bunny Lebowski is lying on a portable bed in her bra and undies. Soft music is playing as the cameramen are taking photos of Bunny Lebowski. The music continues playing as Bunny Lebowski changes poses.
Can you try another pair of bra and pants?
Okay.
Stands up and walks 5 steps to table where her costumes are. She takes blue pair and shows it to the cameraman.
How are these?
Guys, what do you think?
Really nice and sexy. Show us some more outfits.
Bunny returns the blue pair and searches for another. She sees a striped blue and purple bra and thong. She shows it to the cameraman.
And what do you think about these?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Bunny looks the other side from the cameraman and changes to the bra and thongs. She comes and lies to the portable bed. The cameraman starts taking photos one after the other. They change the angles as Bunny changes the poses. This goes on for like about 10 minutes. Fade out. Episode 2, Scene 3. Interior. Day, the dude's house. The dude is seated on his couch, drinking beer and smoking joint. He hears a knock on the door. He quickly stands up and clears the smoke with his hand. He smells his breath, and he flushes his eyes, reacting from the smell of the joint in his mouth. He walks to the door and opens it. There stands Marty, the dude's landlord. He's averagely built. He is in a black trouser, a gray shirt, and black shoe. He is wearing geek glasses.
Hey, Marty.
Don't hate me, Lebowski.
I need my 4-month rent or else I'm going to be forced to throw you out. And I'm serious this time.
Look, Marty, I haven't got the money with me. Even if you threaten to throw me out.
It's not a threat, Lebowski.
Hey, man, can you stop calling me Lebowski?
Cut the crap, Lebowski. I don't care about your fucking name. All I care about is my money. So do you have it or not?
Look, I already told you, man. I don't have your money, but I'm going to pay every penny.
You got 1 week, Lebowski. 1 week.
Fuck.
Shuts the door. Fade out. Episode 2, Scene 4. Interior. Day. The Big Lebowski's house. In Lebowski's home office.
Yes, sir.
Has my wife returned?
No, sir.
Okay, you can go.
Is there anything else that you'd like, sir?
No. That is all.
Brant starts walking towards the door. Fade out. Episode 2, Scene 5. Interior. Day. Porn studio.
That's a wrap for today.
Bunny Lebowski sitting upright. Then she stands and goes for her clothes across the room. The cameramen are changing the films. Bunny Lebowski walking towards the cameraman as she wears her coat.
So, when are we doing this?
We'll give you a call and let you know, okay?
Okay, guys. Then I guess I'm going to see you guys soon.
Sure,
Cool. See you then.
She walks out of the studio. Fade out. Episode 3, Scene 1. Exterior. Morning. Outside the dude's house. Walter is knocking on the dude's house second after second.
I'm coming.
Come on, man. Aren't you ready? We have to get going, man.
Okay, let me grab the car keys.
Walks to the house, takes his car keys, and walks out of the house, and they both drive off. Fade out. Episode 3, Scene 2. Interior. Morning. The Big Lebowski's house. Jesus Quintana is secretly talking to Brant. Jesus Quintana is dressed in a shirt and jeans.
What's the urgency?
Hey, my boss gave me this job to get rid of the Big Lebowski. I think you know the guy.
He touches Jesus Quintana's shirt in a weird manner. Jesus Quintana gives Brant a warning-like look.
So I need you to do that job for me, and I want it done as soon as...
Hey, whoa. What are you doing?
What?
What are you... Straight, dude. I am straight.
Okay. Point noted. Now, what were you saying? I want the job done as soon as possible.
Okay, and how much is my cut?
Can we talk about that when the job is done?
You know what's gonna happen when the job is done and I don't get my cut? I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna cut off your head, and I'm gonna put it on a spike. You don't want that, do you? Good boy. He'll let you know when it's done.
He leaves the room. Fade out. Episode 3, Scene 3. Exterior day. Graveyard. The dude and Walter are putting flowers on Donnie's tombstone. They pose silent for some minutes, and then they start walking back to the car and get inside. The dude starts the engine, but it fails.
What the hell?
He tries to start the engine again, and it fails.
Hello, guys.
Both Walter and the dude turn and look at the back seat, and they see Donnie. They both scream as fear is drawn all over their faces. Fade out. Episode 3, Scene 4. Interior, day. The Big Lebowski's house. The Big Lebowski is in his living room, seated on the couch with a glass of vodka. He is talking to his young wife, Bunny Lebowski. She is dressed in pink shorts and a yellow blouse. There are 3 couches at the living room and a table in the middle.
Listen, honey, we need to talk about something important. The reason as to why I summoned you here today is to tell you that I'm really not happy with what you do.
Honey, what do you mean that you aren't happy with that I do?
Listen to me. You are now a married woman. You don't have to do some things.
What things?
I mean your job as a porn actress. You see how difficult it is for me even to say it?
But I've been doing this before and you never complained. So how come you're telling me this today?
As I said, I'm telling you this because I have given it a thought. You are a Lebowski, and a Lebowski does not do what you do. So choose wisely, your job or your marriage.
Episode 3, Scene 5. Exterior, day. Inside the dude's car.
Come on, guys, stop with the screaming. You two look like a pair of imbeciles.
What the hell are you doing here, Donnie? You died. We buried you. So what the hell?
Relax, guys.
Don't tell us to relax, man. You're scaring us right now. As a matter of fact, I think I pissed my pants.
Me too.
To both Walter and the dude. Seriously?
No.
Oh. Seriously, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, how are you here?
2 of you, relax. I come in peace. I am a ghost.
Ghost? You're not going to kill us, right?
No, I'm not. I come to see that my friends don't end up the way I did, dying without accomplishing a thing. Dude, it's time to change your lifestyle, man. The White Russians, the joints and beers will kill you. And trust me, it's not funny dying. Get something or even someone to help you be the man that you always wanted to be. You can do it. And you, Walter, until when will you keep carrying that gun with you? It's not good for you. It's not what you're meant to do. Carrying that thing around you is only going to cause one thing, death. As tough as you think you are, Walter, have you ever killed someone?
No.
And do you want to kill someone?
No.
Good. Give me the gun.
What?
You never killed someone. You don't want to kill someone. Then you don't need the gun. Give it.
Walter reaches his waist. He unhooks the gun and hands it to Donnie.
And you, Walter, I want all that booze and joint in your house destroyed. And make sure you destroy it, or I'm going to pay you a visit during the night. Now, can you get us the hell out of here?
They drive away. Fade out. Episode 4, Scene 1. Interior, day. Inside the Big Lebowski's house. The conversation between Bunny Lebowski and the Big Lebowski is still going on. Bunny Lebowski appears to be confused.
So, what is it gonna be, Bunny? Your job or your marriage?
I at least think about...
There is nothing to think about. You choose now and here. What's your answer?
Okay, honey, I quit that job.
Both smiling as they hug. Fade out. Episode 4, Scene 2. Interior, day. Supermarket. The dude is shopping. He's moving up and down the tills. Maud Lebowski enters the supermarket. She's wearing a dress and she has sunglasses on. She quickly removes her sunglasses as she notices the Big Lebowski few steps away from her. She walks towards him, and as soon as the dude sees her approaching, he focuses on her.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't believe we have met, but my name is Maud. Maud Lebowski.
Really?
Yeah, they call me the dude, but my names are Jeff Lebowski.
It's at that moment Jeff Lebowski had his chance. A chance if his lifetime he needed someone to change his life. And he saw someone to do exactly that. That person was Maud Lebowski.
I know that. So, can we meet for coffee so that we can talk some more?
Okay, coffee sounds fine.
Fantastic. See you then.
Hey, well, where are we meeting for the coffee? Hey, miss.
Fade out. Episode 4, Scene 3. Interior. Day. The Big Lebowski's Hissa. The Big Lebowski is at his living room. He is seated on one end of the couch. His wheelchair is beside him.
Brant! Brant!
Sir!
Brant approaches and stands few steps away from the Big Lebowski.
So? Is it done?
I'm afraid not, sir.
And why not?
The guy I hired hasn't been able to do it yet.
You did what? Are you crazy? I told you to do the job yourself. Hiring someone to do the job will only expose this. And if the deal goes wrong, we gonna be in deep shit. So he better be good at it. And please, the next time I ask of this news, it better be a positive answer.
Okay, sir.
Fade out. Episode 4, Scene 4. Exterior. Day. Outside the Big Lebowski's Hissa. Jesus Quintana is talking to Brant.
I know that you now have a lot of questions which I may not have answers to. I did my research. I found out that Jeff Lebowski is really in love with White Russian. And so you know what I did? You don't, do you? I purchased Viper Venom from one of the dealers in town. And as we play that game, which is tomorrow...
Wow, that's a brilliant idea that you came in with. When the police find the body, they gonna think that he died if excessive drinking. Brilliant. Now, you get out of here and go carry ahead with the plan. I'm gonna go notify the boss.
Okay, you do that.
Leaves the premises. Brand heads over to the Big Lebowski's dining area. He is having fried eggs and 2 sausages.
The guy I sent was here. He's just notified me the way he's going to do the job, and his idea was brilliant. He's doing it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's splendid.
There's a big bowling tournament happening tomorrow, just down the street. There's where it's going to happen, sir.
I see. Now that is some piece of good news. Good job, brother. Good job.
Fade out. Episode 4, Scene 5. Interior. Day at the dude's house. The dude is seated on his couch. He is going through a magazine when he hears a knock on the door. He goes over and opens it. There stands Maud Lebowski.
Oh, hi. It's you. You're welcome.
Every man has his own weakness, no matter how strong, no matter how brave, no matter how smart, no matter how wise. For Jeff Lebowski, his big weakness was a woman approaching him. He never believed in himself that he can approach one, and that is why he lived a life of misery.
Come in, please. Don't mind the place. It's a bit untidy and everything, but I hope you don't mind.
No, not at all.
I'm really sorry that I have nothing to offer you here.
A knock on the door is heard. The dude walks to the door and opens it. It's Marty. The dude steps outside and shuts the door behind him.
What the hell, Marty? I thought you told me.
Forget what I said, man.
Will you keep it down? Look, I got a visitor inside, and I beg you not to embarrass me, man.
Okay. You got until tomorrow.
I appreciate it, man.
He gets back inside and joins Maud Lebowski.
So, who was that at the door?
No one important, just a friend.
Oh, I hope I didn't cause any inconveniences.
No, not at all. And I'm really sorry that I have nothing to offer you.
No, you don't have to worry. I had something on my way here.
Last time you ran without telling me where or when to meet for coffee.
Oh, about that? I meant the coffee meeting to be here, but since I have had my coffee already, then I guess we can just talk.
Oh, okay. I never expected you to know where I live, but I don't want to ask anyway, so what is it really that we have to talk about?
Well, you see, Lebowski. Can I call you Lebowski?
Well, why not?
Okay. Anyway, you might know me, or maybe my name might ring a bell about someone. I'm the older sister to the Big Lebowski.
Big? You're his sister? I never knew he had a sister.
Well, now you do. So, I really like you. Pardon me, please. I really want to start a family, and if I really want to start a family, I want to do it with someone that I like, someone that I love, and that someone is you, Lebowski.
Wow. Really?
Yes, I mean every word. So, what do you say? Can we make a family together?
I don't know what to say, madam. But what I know is that I would be a fool to say no.
So, is that a yes?
Of course it's a yes.
Wow.
She gets up and walks towards the dude and hugs him. Fade out. Episode 5, Scene 1, Interior, Night, the bowling room. It's the big tournament. The bowlers have gathered themselves together and formed a team of 2. There are about 10 teams playing against each other. Smokey has teamed up with Jesus Quintana, while the dude has teamed up with his friend, Walter Sobchak.
I didn't see this one coming. That Smokey guy teaming up with Jesus Quintana.
Don't mind them.
The crowd is not as big. Soft music fills the air in the room, but the noise of the crowd and the bowling noises make the music inaudible. Among the crowd is Maud Lebowski. As Walter Sobchak warms up, he sees her.
What is she doing here?
Hey, you-hoo.
You-hoo.
What the hell was that about? Do you two know each other from somewhere?
Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't tell you. She's my future wife.
What? Man, your joke ain't funny, man. Since when do you approach women, huh?
I don't have to. She approached me.
You serious about this, aren't you? You lucky bastard.
The game starts. The sound of the crowd and the bowlers fills the room. Minutes after minutes, teams get knocked one by one. Players continue with the playing, and it doesn't stop until the final 2 teams. The Dude and Walter Sobchak against Smokey and Jesus Quintana are the final 2 teams. They take a few minutes break. Jesus Quintana approaches the Dude.
Hey, great game, great game. I think we should celebrate before we go for a final lap, don't you think?
I can't say no to a celebration.
Okay, wait here.
Do you trust that guy?
You know me, I trust everyone.
Jesus Quintana returns with a bottle of White Russian.
Here. Whether you win or lose, or vice versa, it's only a game.
This is my favorite, man. Thanks.
But, can I ask for a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm coming back for some before the game starts in a few minutes. From now. Some of my friends want some shots too, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool.
You're not going to drink, are you?
I don't want Donnie appearing to me, man. So I'm not going to drink it.
Awesome. Donnie would be mad.
Do you have a water bottle with you?
Yes, I do.
He reaches in his bag and removes a water bottle. He hands it to the dude. The dude drains some of the White Russian in the empty water bottle to its full. He puts it on the bench. The monitor of the game calls off the refing, and both Walter and the dude gets back in the game. Before they start, Jesus Quintana comes to the dude rushing. The dude gives him the half-full bottle of White Russian. He smiles and he heads back to his line. A cleaner starts cleaning the areas before the competition commences. He takes the water bottle full of poisoned White Russian and throws it in the garbage can. Soon, the game begins. Music is still playing across the room. The two teams take on each other. Jesus Quintana keeps on glancing at the dude for an awkward reaction, but there is none. After 30 minutes of play, and the points are counted and put together, the dude and Walter wins, and by 10 points. The whole room is filled by the screams of the crowd. Maud is screaming and applauding. The room is silenced by the leader and chairman of the bowling tournament, Mr. Queelbeaster, as he takes the stand to a small podium before the crowd and the competitors. He's in his late 60s.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to thank you all.
Jesus Quintana still glancing at the dude who is seated 3 benches from him.
For coming and participating in this big tournament, we as a committee want to develop the skills of our players by doing this more often.
Crowd applauds.
And without further ado, I call out the winners of this competition forward to receive their prizes.
Opening a small folded paper, one of the committee members approaches the small podium with a trophy.
Mr. Jeff Lebowski and Mr. Walter Subchak.
The crowd applauds and cheers. The dude and his friend Walter approaches the podium. They receive the trophy and the crowd cheers even more.
Believe in 1,000 things. Some will believe in luck, others in destiny. Some don't even know what they really want, and along the way they lose focus, and that becomes the end of them. I say that Jeff Lebowski believed in the moment that he was living. He never waited or believed for tomorrow. But he believed in dreams if they came true in every moment he lived. There are some things that we know about Jeff Lebowski. One, as much as the Big Lebowski wanted him dead, he never died, of course. And the most important thing, he got someone to help him turn his life around. So, live your life for today. You never know what tomorrow may bring.
Fade out. End.
Yay! That was great. So we are going to take some time now. If anyone in the audience would like to ask any questions of anyone in the cast, we're happy to take some questions now. Otherwise, we can just get going. But I thought everyone did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a blast. Thank you.
So if we don't have any questions coming in, then we're just going to finish up the stream, everybody. And it looks like nobody's hammering at the bit to get questions. So we will sign off for tonight. Thanks, everybody, from Wisecrackin. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.